Hello, my name is Nina Morgan and I am the Regional Chief Nurse for the Midlands in NHS England. Our regional vision and ambition for nursing and midwifery, race equality and inclusion includes 4 key priorities which have been discussed and agreed with our system chief nurses, including vision statements for how the priorities are brought to life. This is really important to us because we're committed as a region to improving experiences for global majority nurses and midwives who we know make up the large proportion of our workforce, however, still don't receive equity of opportunity and experience. Since 2020 and 2021, we have invested in this programme of work, including appointing a dedicated clinical workforce equalities manager and a regional chief nurse SRO who leads on the regional approach working with system leads. We've produced the award-winning Developing Aspirant Leaders programme and used national Y2Mate funding to support equality improvement work such as inclusive leadership workshops, coaching masterclasses, pastoral care development for international nurses and midwife, and talent acceleration. Really pleased that you can all be here today to celebrate with us. Have a really good time doing that.
Hello, my name is Lisa Stally-Green. I'm the Chief Nurse and Deputy Chief Executive for the Integrated Care Board for Birmingham and Solihull, and really want to welcome you today to the symposium, and I hope you're having a really good time and valuing yourselves with some time for your development and to think about your career and your career progression. I've been asked just to talk a little bit about what we're doing across the West Midlands and East Midlands region in terms of supporting our global majority staff in terms of 4 areas of practice. So we've established a focus steering group. All of the 11 chief nursing officers from across the region are members of that, and also bring with them designated specialist representatives working together so that we tackle the historical inequalities faced by all of our global majority nurses and midwives. Our delivery programme has 4 priorities and we focus on one of those each quarter. So the first quarter has very much been about systems setting up, establishing expert reference groups or shared councils, or in Birmingham and Solihull we have a global majority board, but basically bringing together nurses, midwives, leaders in our systems from global majority backgrounds to influence and set policy direction and improvement plans for each local ICB. So we have 4 priorities, and then each quarter there's a specific discussion about what we can and should do, followed up by a workshop, sharing learning that we call an accelerator event. So that brings in best practice speakers and we share with each other what we're doing so that everybody can get up to speed and make improvements really quickly. And then each quarter we have a meeting where ICBs talk about the progress in their particular area, what they're doing and how they're keeping up with things and making a difference. And out of that we can often draw out things that people are doing really well and ask them to share a bit more detail, and that's been a really good experience for everybody sharing in that space. And then what we've looked to do is focus on our anti-racism priority and look to include resources for each of the ICBs across the Midlands, which includes videos from regional leads, recommended actions on how systems can implement this resource within their own area. And we're working actively with our regional workforce training and education colleagues to promote the resource as well to students coming into the professions and into our trusts.
I'm still chair of that group. That's the expert reference group for equality, diversity, inclusion for nurses. We have a separate group for midwives. that group comes together because what it needs to do is test what's actually going on in the area and say, this is what we're going, take some learning back, and together with the chief nurses to influence and negotiate that change and start embedding it and then sustain it, because the beauty is in the detail and it's to sustain that change.
I was approached by the Midlands Expert Reference Group to set up a time banking platform for our global majority nurses and midwives in our region. I'm working with Tom Warner and Lynn Day to bring this exciting development. Stay tuned for updates over the next few months. Thank you.
Really proud to launch the report of an evaluation of pastoral care for internationally educated nurses and midwives across the Midlands. NHS England regional team from the Nursing Directorate has commissioned this evaluation, and we've spent the last 6 months reaching hundreds of nurses, asking them about their experiences before and after they've arrived in England, to really evaluate and find out how have we done. Have we kept our promise to them in that we would have them have a smooth transition to England and then support them to be their best on our wards. I'm working with Tom Warner to launch the talent program called Developing You, Developing Me. Primarily what this is a talent program designed for talent acceleration and culture change when we bring two people together and support them over a period of time. The program will be launched across Staffordshire and LLR as 2ICS, and the pilot is going to be small cohorts, but what we're going to do is have a number of interventions. So the culture change aspect comes at the start, where the pairs or the couples will be matched, and there's a process that the project teams will help us with in terms of getting people to be matched in a methodological way. Training, induction, support, impact coaching, talent interventions, and psychological wraparound are all things that will happen during the 9 months to bring about the culture change and talent acceleration.
I am proud to tell you about our national award-winning Developing Aspirant Leadership Programme, otherwise known as DAL, designed by senior leaders from the global majority for bands 6 to 8. I'm also delighted to be one of the co-designers. This programme will give you reciprocal mentoring. It will give you executive sponsorship. Each participant has an executive sponsor. There is an academic component. There will be stretch assignments. We absolutely know that with the evaluation to date, we are in its second cohort now, 85% of the participants have gone on to promotions, and they're doing fabulous things in the Midlands. We've contributed to the talent pipeline, we've contributed to career progression, which is one of our objectives in the region. And I just want to share with you what one of the executive sponsors said. She said she was proud to develop the progression of one of her talented nurses, and that it was life-changing being a participant, being a sponsor on the programme. So look out for the Developing Aspirant Leadership Programme, and we're happy to tell you more. Just get in touch. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jane Sanjeevi. I'm a Midlands Developing Aspirant Leader from Cohort 2. This program has positively impacted me by offering tools and resources to shape my leadership aspirations, as well as enable me to gain access to diverse learning opportunities to prepare me for the demands in leadership within healthcare. Personally, I have developed the confidence to step out of my comfort zone and apply for a senior role, and I have been successful in a Band-Aid position as the Freedom to Speak Up Guardian for Northampton General Hospital. And to be able to achieve this, I was offered practical support guidance and mentorship from the regional nurse sponsor for the program. Above all, the Developing Aspirant Leaders program has gifted me with the peer support of fellow ethnic minority nurses and midwives who are in this journey to inspire and influence each other as we grow.